Hello, we're finding this Jaden's videos, and today I'm doing a review on the Spirit Halloween 2021 Digieye Pose and Stay Skeleton. These guys are being sold at Spirit Halloween for the 2021 season for $59.99, and they're being used in the ISE, and so those ones I believe will be for sale after Halloween, but you can also buy them right now at the store, which I honestly would suggest, because you can use a coupon on those ones that you buy in the store, where you likely won't be able to do that on the ones that are going to be for sale after Halloween. But these guys are really cool. They're basically just your basic pose and stay, except for they have Digieyes, which is awesome. I mentioned it last year, and I think I've mentioned it some more this year, but I'm not too sure, that I love the Digieyes. And I remember last year when they first started, I was like, I really hope they start to implement Digieyes in like a bunch of different monsters, and that's what they're doing, which is great. Now we have a basic pose and stay skeleton with the Digieyes. Pose and stay skeletons are already great props, but with the Digieyes it really brings them to life, gives them personality, and I really like it. So let's take a look at this guy. His basic makeup and appearance is the same as every other pose and stay skeleton, except his face looks a tad bit different. He looks a little bit more cartoonish, but I feel like for his character, it works well, because he has those cartoonish eyes and stuff. He's not really a scary prop. I mean, he can be used scary if you wanted to, but he's more of just a classic Halloween skeleton, and I think the cartoonish look definitely benefits that. As you can see here, here's his face, and there's how his eyes move. They look really cool. They dilate, of course, just like every other Digieye's prop does. They blink, they look around. I love it. I think it looks awesome. And because he's a skeleton and because those eyes are already sunken into his head, it's very hard to tell unless you look at it close up that it's a screen. And so it really has a good effect, and it really does look real. He's also got a hanger on top of his head like most pose and stays do, in case you want to hang it, but of course you can also sit it, and if you make a stand for it or lean it up against something, you can stand it as well. Like I said, the only difference with this guy is really his face looks a little bit different, and the fact that he has Digieyes. For the most part, the rest of him, as you can see, is the same as any other pose and stay skeleton. He's got the bendable knees, he's got the movable feet, he's got the movable hands, the bendable elbows. Up here, the joints on the top of the legs, the thighs, are posable. His head is not, which most pose and stays don't have a posable head, I'm pretty sure. His arms, of course, are posable, and his jaw can either open or close, which I typically like skeletons with an open jaw. So how about I do that? I think that looks cool. Actually, in his case, I think I like it closed better, just because of the fact that he's looking around. I usually like when they have an open jaw, because I think it looks creepy, because it makes it look decayed. But since he's kind of more lifelike, I think he actually looks a little bit better with a closed jaw. Really cool. My only issue is that his quality isn't the best. The one on mine, the leg is already getting a little bit loose up at the thigh joint, which kind of sucks, because it just kind of sucks that that's already becoming an issue. It can probably be fixed, but it's just something to keep in mind, that the quality isn't the best. But with pose and stay skeletons, they tend to not have the best quality because they're kind of a cheap plastic, and if you bend them too much or something, they can snap, or all these different problems. They become loose over time, so just keep that in mind. His price, like I mentioned, is $59.99, which I honestly think is overpriced. You can argue that the regular pose and stay skeletons at Spirit are $50, and it's $10 more because he's got the Digieyes, but I don't think the regular one should be $50, because you can get a pose and stay at Walmart for only $28. So I really do not think they should be that high of a price in the first place. And so it goes without saying that I don't think this guy should be as high of a price either. But he's still a really cool one. I like him a lot, and it's the only place that you can get a Digieye skeleton. There's one at Big Lots that opens and closes its eyes, but it doesn't look good at all. This one actually has Digieyes. There's also the one at Home Depot, which is definitely sold out now, but it was a pumpkin version that has Digieyes, which for some reason didn't look as good. This one looks great. It's just a classic Halloween skeleton, and it is perfect. If you want that, a lifelike skeleton that moves its eyes, you can get it. I definitely recommend him, though he is a little overpriced. I think $50 would have been better. I still think he's a really cool prop, and I like him a lot, and I'm happy to own one. There's a lot of different things you could do with them. Obviously, skeletons are so great to have because of that. They're so versatile, and they're just great Halloween monsters as it is. I hope you all enjoyed this review. I'd give this guy an 8 out of 10. He is pretty freaking cool, and probably the coolest pose and stay skeleton we've ever seen. Though that's kind of hard to say, because the pumpkin one from Home Depot is pretty cool, and the decayed one from Home Depot is really awesome too. I actually have him right off to my left, and he's a really cool one. But this one might be the best one just because the Digieyes are so awesome. But I hope you all enjoyed. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves.